it's Joe. I hope everyone's doing great out there. Coming at you tonight with a tag video, and I was tagged by one of my good friends, Halloween Mama. Now, if you guys don't know Halloween Mama, she's got an awesome channel. I will link it down below. She recently hit 100 subscribers too, so a huge congrats to her on that. But she does, unboxing videos and stuff like that. So go, show her some love and subscribe. Now, this tag, guys, is the Halloween 5 for 5 tag. So, of course, Halloween, fast approaching. I'm not sure who the originator of this tag was, but with Halloween fast approaching, this is obviously an exciting tag to do. Because we're getting very close, guys, to Halloween. The Halloween decorations are already starting to show up in stores. Next month we'll start seeing some horror movie marathons on TV and stuff like that. So it is a very exciting time if you are a Halloween or horror fan. I mean, I think it kind of goes hand in hand. If you're a horror fan, you're also a Halloween fan. So very exciting times. So let's get right into this tag, guys. Question number 1 being, what was your favorite Halloween kids meal toy? Now, I actually have the same exact answers that Halloween Mama had in her video, just because I think they were the ones, people in our age group grew up with and remember the most. And, number 1 being those awesome pails from McDonald's. I believe one was a witch, one was like Frankenstein, and one was a ghost, and they were like purple, orange, and green, I believe, and they were just like these little pails. I don't remember if the Happy Meals came in those pails. I think they might have, but they were just like really cool, pails that you could use, and then you could use them to go out trick-or-treating with and stuff too, and they were just like really cool. I have a lot of nostalgia for those. And the other one she mentioned in hers, which I completely remember too, were the Chicken McNuggets that were dressed up in Halloween costumes. That were Happy Meal toys, and they were like really cool. Like I remember one being a ghost. That's the one I remember the most, is the one that was a ghost, but I think there was one that was like a witch too. And I can't remember what the rest were, but there were like quite a few of those too. But those were really awesome, and the ones I remember the most. Question number 2 is, what is your favorite Halloween costume of all time? Now I have 2. One from when I was a kid and one from now as an adult. Now, my favorite I had when I was a kid is, I was in kindergarten, so you guess the age there, 7 or 8, I guess, is that when you're in kindergarten? And I was Freddy Krueger for Halloween, and, I'm sure I got a lot of looks from parents and stuff, like what kind of, but I was already into horror at that age. Like I said, the first horror movie I ever saw was Child's Play, and, I guess it was either the year before kindergarten or I was in kindergarten when I first saw Child's Play. And, my mom was my mom was a horror fan as well. She watched horror movies, and, she really didn't, coddle me too much where, she refused to show me horror movies or anything like that. And, I think that's kind of where my love for horror came from. And, I was Freddy Krueger, at a very young age. I wish I had a picture. I don't think I do, and I don't know if one even, I'm sure one exists. I'll have to go over to my parents' house, maybe find it or something. But my favorite as an adult, guys, is, I'm going to include it right here. So yeah, that's my favorite costume as an adult. I was a zombie, probably going back a few years ago now. But that, without a doubt, is my favorite costume as an adult, just because I think it came out the best. I actually used like prosthetics. I had the eye prosthetic, and you couldn't see it on the video, but I also had like a zombie bite prosthetic, and I also had like another prosthetic on my arm with like the bone popping out. So it was like, and the makeup on it, I thought it was like a really good looking like zombie, and like people were legitimately scared. Little kids and stuff when I was walking around and stuff. So I thought it was a really awesome costume, and that is without a doubt my favorite one currently as an adult. All right, so the next question is, what is your favorite place to buy Halloween merchandise? Spirit obviously is one. I do find Spirit to be a little too expensive though, which isn't a surprise obviously because they're kind of a pop-up Halloween store, so their prices are a little gouged. But they sell awesome stuff, and when I do buy stuff from them, it's always after Halloween when everything's on sale. But my favorite place actually is a local place that's not too far from my house. It's kind of like a party store. I think it's called Party Center. And Halloween time, they put up a lot of awesome stuff. That is actually where I bought Reagan. At that store, they have a ton of Halloween props like this and animatronic stuff like that, and just a lot of awesome Halloween stuff. And the day after Halloween, everything goes 50% off or more, which is when I got Reagan. I got her 50% off, got a great deal on her, and also I have some other life-size Halloween props up in my attic that I will definitely bust out and make a video for you guys once October rolls around of some of my favorite Halloween decorations. But so that is my favorite place, without a doubt, is the Party Center store, a local shop down by my house. All right, so question number 4 is, do you carve jack-o'-lanterns? Yes, I do, but usually it's my wife that forces me to, just because I don't have the patience, I guess you could say, to carve a jack-o'-lantern. Now, which is kind of goes with, they ask you if you do you carve traditional or fancy. So that is where I don't have the patience. I can carve a standard jack-o'-lantern, obviously a classic one, just because it doesn't take much and it's pretty easy to do. But it's when you get into like the real fancy ones, when you get the stencil things and have to pop them out and then carve and stuff. I just have zero patience for that. But I still do it, and I have carved a couple of them, and just it gets you in the Halloween spirit. So I do, even though I may complain when I'm doing it and stuff like that, I do really like carving them. It's still it's a fun time to get you in the Halloween spirit. All right, so last question is, guys, do you decorate for Halloween? Obviously, absolutely. I was so excited, when I moved out of my parents' house and got my own house, that I was able to decorate on my own. But I grew up in a house that was a huge house for Halloween decorating. My mother would always decorate every Halloween and would have a very good display. That was when Halloween was Halloween. Unfortunately, nowadays, a lot of people don't decorate for Halloween, and it's sad. The whole holiday in general really seems to be suffering. In my neighborhood, we get a good amount of trick-or-treaters, but I just think it just doesn't feel the same anymore as when I was a kid. You don't see a lot of houses decorate anymore, and it's people like us in the horror community and Halloween lovers that are keeping this holiday alive. Because without us, I don't know if this holiday would stay alive. Because it just really, you don't see, advertisements like they used to on TV anymore for it and stuff. And it's, it's kind of dying down. But when I was a kid, it was huge. And, my mother was a huge Halloween decorator. So when I moved out and, went to my own, moved into my own house, I wanted to make sure I kept up that tradition. And we go all out, guys, for Halloween. We have, Reagan goes out, obviously, but, we have a ton of Halloween, life-size props upstairs and replicas. I have a graveyard in the front, and we have a huge spider that hangs off the roof, and yeah, so we go all out. I love decorating for Halloween, and we also deck our whole inside because we have a huge Halloween party every single year. And the whole inside of the house is like, Halloween threw up. It's just, it's awesome. And I love when the house looks like that, obviously. I wish I could keep it like that year-round. But I don't, because I don't know if the wife would be into that. But it's just, my favorite time of the year, without a doubt. So that is it, guys. That is the Halloween 5 for 5 tag. Now, I'm supposed to tag 5 people here. If you have been tagged already, I apologize if I tag you again. It's just this tag's kind of going fast here around this community, so I might not be able to keep up. And it's 100 degrees in here, so I'm sorry if I'm sweating. But all right, so let me tag 5 people here. Number 1 being Amy over at Amy's Autopsy Report. Awesome channel. Definitely go check her out. Number 2, let's go with Mandy Coates over at Coats and Jackets. Definitely would like to hear what you have to say about this. Steve over at Flipping the Nerd. Allie and Austin, huge horror fans, and they love Halloween. And last, let's go with Nerd of the 80s. So those are the 5 channels that I'm going to tag for this Halloween 5 for 5 tag video. If by the time this video gets out, guys, you've already been tagged or have already made the video, my apologies, but those are the 5 people I am going to tag for this tag. So that is it, guys. I hope everyone has a great night, and we'll see you all real soon.